Hey everyone, welcome back to the Blue Taurus channel, and I'm here to talk about the whole cruise ship shit with Disney and the whole Justin Bieber Mariah Carey thing. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Justin Bieber Mariah Carey thing because it's honestly quick or whatever. Allegedly, everything I'm saying is conspiracy. Everything is alleged. Oh my god, that I'm not trying to be sued for defamation of character. Blah 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 blah. Despite some of the evidence and the facts that have come out, we're just gonna act like this is all my opinion. Blah blah blah. Allegedly, right? So with Justin Bieber and Mariah Carey. It's the fact that these motherfuckers are literally putting the answers right out there in front of y'all. You know, because you know how I always say this: when it's time for motherfuckers to be logical, they then want to try to look within and oh my god, it's a deeper meaning, or it's just something we're not seeing. We can't see it, so we have to hear it and feel it. But then when it's time to be intuitive and have that, insight, or that intuitive insight, y'all then want to be logical. Oh, if it's not in our face, if that's not what was actually said, if that was not actually what we're seeing. And it's like, bruh, you have to use logic and intuition together. You have to use those tangible, practical, physical things, those things that you can actually see, touch, feel, whatever. And then you also have to look at the things using your brain, because our brain is way more magnificent than we were all taught that it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, manifestation is real. It really is. Maybe not as dramatic and all that, but it's hell, it's already dramatic anyway. You have to use both. And as humans, we have to have 50-50 when it comes to a lot of stuff. Whether you're a man, 50-50%, 1%, like 50% masculine, 50% feminine. That doesn't mean you're gonna be a bisexual man. That doesn't mean you're gonna be a little feminine or what is it, a dyke woman. It's about the energy that you bring. And with that, we have to be 50-50 when it comes to using our logic and practical things and all those things. And then also intuitive, using your, that spirit, not just spiritual side, but the intuitive side. Okay, that's the only way I can say it. Logic and intuition, you have to use both are needed. You can't have one of, because you can still mess up when it comes to both, because nobody and nothing is perfect. But it's just the fact that you need both, right? And it's the fact that Mariah and Bieber are literally putting this shit in y'all face. You can think that they're just, because what kind of random shit is that? Like, you could think it's fake. You could think it's so random. Like, oh, you get mad and you say random shit like that. No, Justin Bieber seems like he's the type to say some real deep rooted shit when he's angry. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what started the beef. I don't care. Hell, I don't even know if this is fake. This could be deep fakes. This could be AI. I don't know. But all I know is I guess Mariah Carey said something or whatever the case may be, and then Justin Bieber responded with basically, you ate your mama, and basically that's why you're a celebrity and all this, that, and the other. And her response was, oh, at least I wasn't at a Diddy party. And I'm kind of like, that's your response, Mariah? That's your response to this? Once again, all this could be fake, whatever. I'm not doing all the looking around for it. I don't care. But it's just the fact that they are putting this shit plain in y'all face. Just like with those files, plain in y'all face. Still not telling you everything, but it's the fact that y'all motherfuckers know something, but y'all are so stuck in the matrix and so stuck in society and thinking that that's reality when it's literally not. Y'all are so stuck with that y'all will find out the truth that should honestly break societal norms, honestly should break the matrix, and literally there should be no more matrix, but y'all are so deeply rooted and stuck in there. It's just like, I don't understand. Like y'all literally found out in those files. Of course, they're not gonna say verbatim what it is, but it's the fact that it's enough information out there for us to stop calling it lies and for us to stop saying it's conspiracies. Like the fact that Justin Bieber said that, like, come on now. Like, come on now. And we've all heard about celebrities, sacrificing a family member to then get to another, in order to pass a certain level of fame, they have to sacrifice a family member or a loved one or something they love or something valuable, or they have to give up something valuable. It's all ritualistic. It's old century ritualistic behavior, because everything, all these elites and all this conspiracy stuff, a lot of this shit comes from literally the ancient world. A lot of this shit comes from ancient history. A lot of this shit comes from the 25th century and all, or not 25th century, but the 1600s, 1500s. Like, this is old vintage doings. They're just, these people never stop doing these sacrifices. I saw one, I think it was something on Twitter where basically it says child sacrifice, but it shows the Aztec ruins. I believe they're Aztec, I don't know. And then half of the picture, and then the other half of the picture is a fucking corporate building. They never stopped doing these things, allegedly, 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 right? They never stopped doing it, allegedly. They just modernized it, you know, add a futuristic taste to it. It's still going on. They're still doing these same practices, just obviously in a different way. Obviously, instead of like it being a witch's cauldron and doing all these weird shit, you have like scientists doing it and stuff. It's all the same shit. But it's the fact that they put this shit in y'all face, and then what? 15 years down the line, you're gonna believe it? Oh, she ate her parents allegedly, and like, come on now. But it's not gonna be useful. It doesn't matter because y'all been known about it. But honestly, it's whatever. It's just like, bruh, Pizzagate. It just whatever, man. I'm just over it. I'm over it. So, moving on to, speaking of Pizzagate, moving on to Disney, Disney and the cruise ship. Once again, Disneyland, Disney World, the motherfucker who made Disney. I mean, Walt Disney. Come on now, like all of this. It's just like, come on now, y'all. How many times do y'all need to look at something, or for the same thing to happen in different ways in different places, but it's the same exact shit and they're all tied together? What are you not gonna understand? Going on a Disney cruise and then finding out it's a whole bunch of pedophiles. It's been like that. They've been doing that. That's on any cruise actually, but especially cruise that involve just children. If you even go back and look at the history of how Disneyland and Disney World and all these other branches of it, how how it was all for the kids, but then somehow they wanted to make it also a place for adults as well. Because I believe there's a place in Disneyland that's called fuck, what was it called? Basically, it's like a place for adults to go and get drunk and have a good time and all of that. It's just like there's always been these conspiracies and these stories and all this, that, and the other. I'm not saying, I've never been to Disney World, Disneyland, nothing like that. I would love to go, but I'm not about to sit up here and act like they don't have a bad history. Like, I'm not about to act like a lot of this stuff is just, oh, they're lying on people. Like, come on, it's too much shit. Go back and do your research. You don't have to believe everything, and everything ain't true, obviously. But it's just like, bro, come on. A cruise ship full of kids, and then you leave your kid with somebody who you think is going to protect them, a stranger. But what I will say is, because I think allegedly some of these people are like not from America specifically. One thing I'm going to say is, it does not matter. Americans, let me tell you something. It does not matter if these are foreigners that are working on this ship, and oh, you see what the foreigners do and they get away with it. Yes, that's true. However, Americans do it as well. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all all, it's like, one thing about Americans that I hate is that we really be thinking that we're innocent and that we just do nothing and we're just so above, because that's what we were fooled to think. We were fooled to think that we are better than everybody else because we're the world superpower. But I don't think we're the world superpower, or soon to not be anymore. And I don't know what we're gonna do then when we lower than China and Russia and like low and lower than these other countries, who's coming up? I don't know what the fuck America gonna do then, but whatever. Like it's the illusion. It's like America lives in a bubble of illusion. And yes, these other countries have their problems. We can point that out, but then yet we act like we're the hero or the victim. We're never the villain. But then when we find out that we have a lot of parts in bullshit, we then have every excuse or it's a few bad eggs. Like, bruh. But then yet you still trying to point the finger at these other countries that have their shit too. Like, I'm not trying to go over there to China and like come on, dude. It's all these countries, all these elites, all these government officials around the world. All these people honestly work together and honestly are aliens and lizards and shit. Honestly, that's the deeper rooted part of all of it. They're all connected and they're all fucking aliens and lizards and shit. But it's just like, bruh, Americans really be thinking we got it like that. We really, oh, I mean, if they hired Americans, but in America, there's plenty stories. Let's not forget about those crates, those crates, those people that were uh um they were doing the ship crates, and then those people alleged, because the story was, oh, people are going on strike because they're not getting paid. But then I heard that it was people saying, hey, no, we're, I mean, that could be a thing, but also we were hearing screaming and yelling and banging on the crates as if there's humans and a lot of them inside the crates. But then yet that kind of got buried. And then having y'all notice a lot of stuff that comes out as conspiracy and then gets buried. It comes out conspiracy for a minute, gets big for a second, gets buried, and then a few years later we find out it was the truth or half the truth. And that's a problem itself, because it's the fact that y'all, and I always say that, just because if a conspiracy is even halfway true, it's a problem, because we're all told it's all bullshit, it's all lies. So even if it's half true, or true but maybe not as dramatic, it's a problem for the elites. It's a problem for society. It's a problem for the rest of the world, because we were told all of that was a complete lie. And no, not every conspiracy is true. Do not believe every conspiracy you see on Twitter. Don't do that. Trust me, don't do that. You will go down a rabbit hole. Stop doing that. There's duality in everything. You have to have discernment. You have to know this. You have to know that. You have to know, and it's hard to do that, especially when a lot of humans, specifically Americans, don't even know how to separate logic and intuition and then use it to its advantage when one of them or both of them is needed. But whatever. So at the end of the day, like, yes, they're full of pedophiles. All of them. They're full of pedophiles. Keep track of your kids. I don't know why you would feel comfortable even doing that. Maybe in 1980, maybe in 1970, maybe 1960. But after you start seeing more things, you start to realize, okay, yeah, it's starting to be a problem. And it's like, how many more kids need to go missing? How many more kids need to be hurt and touched on? How many? And then all on top of that, the reason why this shit gets like washed away, or not washed away, it's just happened so much, is because the parents are in on it, allegedly. Not in this situation specifically, I'm just saying, like, in general, when it comes to a lot of stuff, y'all be wondering, well, how did this go on for so long, or how did this happen under your nose? Sometimes it don't. These parents be in on it. This is why I say, don't just have kids just to have kids because you want to fulfill society's needs. Because if you don't, a lot of people shouldn't have kids that have had kids, and plenty of them. You treat them bad. There's no love, there's no craft. You just building a machine, really, and then selling them off. Like, parents do stuff like that. They sell their kids off. Like, come on, because there was no love. Just because you can have sex with somebody and create five babies does not mean you love them. Just because they're alive, just because they're breathing, just because they got clothes on their backs, does not mean you love that child. Because you treat them like shit, you build them to be bitter, evil, ugly, nasty people, or you just don't care for them and let somebody else care for them, but then they have to pay a price of giving away their innocence. Like, and then you it's just, it's nasty, it's nasty. Like, I was looking at some things, history about brothel boys in ancient Greece and how that went. And I mean, if you know anything about ancient history, brothels, concubines, whatever the case may be, you know how that goes. But it's like, you don't think they're still doing, it's barbaric as hell, but you don't think they're still doing stuff like that everywhere in the world? They're just doing the modern day 2026 version of it, and it's sad because history couldn't change, oh, history will always repeat itself. History only repeats itself if you don't learn from it. And it will only repeat itself if you don't learn from it and you don't want to learn from it. Because people get complacent, people get comfortable, and it's just what we do. I don't want to change that. Even if it means like it means you have to be humble and you have to focus on like actually working in life. And it's like I don't want to get I don't it's like I want to do less work and get paid more. You know what I'm saying? Get do less work, get paid more, and then talk about how hard it is being rich while there's other people struggling. But I feel like they should deal with it because I'm paying them something, even though you know what I'm saying. It's just all that hierarchy bullshit that just the world is so used to. And when that stuff comes crumbling down, you see how it just shifts everything because that's what a lot of societies and cultures were built off of. So when that shit starts to change, when the world and the universe starts to change and fix its problems, which is us, we can't take it. We can't handle it. And you have so many other people that know this are complacent to it and go along with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's sad. It's honestly sad. But at the end, they keep track of your children no matter where you're at, especially nowadays when you know their shit. Because there's no excuse to, oh, I didn't know that don't happen in this small town. Ain't no small town bullshit in here. Maybe back in 2001, maybe back in 1995, maybe back in 1983. But there's no, oh, small town didn't expect that to happen here. No, no, we have too many documentaries, too many stories, too many to be playing around. Um, and yeah, like Bieber and Mariah, they saying shit in plain, they putting it in plain words, plain sight, and y'all just gonna look past it anyway. But I'm not looking past it. It's just like, well, there it goes, another confirmation, another fact, literally put in your face in the most logical way because they literally said it. But y'all gonna chalk it down to, oh, they're just mad. And then if they come back and be like, oh, well, I didn't really mean, come on now, shut up. So, but everything is alleged. Everything's just a conspiracy. Everything's my opinion. Blah blah blah. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.